Good. You just gotta breathe.
Yeah, I can't take this right now.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Derek and Bethany React, where we react to shows about real estate and tell you if we think that they're realistic or not. What are we watching today, babe?
Yeah, today we're watching Selling Sunset.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're on season 3, episode 6, and the name of this episode is One Text Changes Everything.
It does change everything, and then we have a little bit of a thing to tell you at the end about a show that we're going to be starting, and I think you'll be really excited about it, so stay through the end. There's something in your eye? There's something in my eye.
Well, it started doing something weird.
My eye's doing it.
Okay, press
All right.
play.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Oh,
Come on,
I want
Grace.
another hug. I just wanted to give you a hug so bad. How are you?
I've been better. Not gonna lie.
Don't cry.
I know.
Oh, man. You're tearing up there.
Sorry. Okay.
Babe,
I'm not crying.
stop. This is not real life. This is a TV show.
I just feel like,
Oh, did it?
sorry, I'm just kind of in shock with it all.
How did you find out? Did he just come talk to you out of the blue or what?
I found out
Crying.
Good.
because he texted me.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up, Justin.
Part of a relationship, you talk about it and, compromise and try and change for the other person. But those are
You know what? Compromising is great, and here's why. When it relates to real estate. Ooh! Want to slide that in there. You got to compromise if you're selling your house and your house won't sell, and I'm the listing agent, and I think you should do a certain thing, and you think you shouldn't. You got to compromise. That's how it is. I think you should list here. You want to list here? Sure. Compromise. I'll list up here. But maybe we'll drop it after a few weeks. It's all a compromise.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Yep.
Oh, and when divorcing your wife, don't text her that you're going to divorce her. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because I would never do that because we're happily in love.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
No, I do hate that, man.
That's the buddy tap right there. The buddy tap. That's what I call it. It's the buddy tap.
going through a divorce. It's emotionally draining. It's almost like a death. It's like someone that you are so used to spending so much time with, and you can't see them. They're out of your life. But
Are
it's
you
worse
crying
than death,
again?
Because not only are they out of your life, but then you're fighting over money. You're fighting over assets. It's probably
gotta
one of the
breathe.
worst things you can go through.
Sorry, this is so depressing. I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
oh my God.
Babe.
I'm like crying.
Oh my God, it's all over your nose. It's like somebody just sprayed your face. Are you okay?
Yes.
God, Justin. You're the worst. Why are we watching this
that's
episode?
so sad.
Is it?
It is, what she's saying is so true.
Well, if there's. How would you know that? Yeah, how would you know?
Well,
For-
not from.
Listen.
Not,
Listen.
Not.
Listen.
What?
I was telling them to listen.
No, I think, gosh, this is going to get emotional. I'm probably going to cry more.
Why?
I just feel like Derek and I are both the products of divorce.
Thanks, babe.
And it sucks.
Hope that doesn't make the cut.
No, it
Boom.
doesn't. It's just not. It's what she's saying is true. You have to deal with
Okay, babe.
all that.
All right. This is not about that. This is about real estate. Let's get back to the
I
real
know,
estate
but
side.
It's the truth.
Okay. Three bed, 4 bath, 3,000 square feet. Oh, here's all the art. Remember the house?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
nervous.
Honey, I'm home. Is it locked? Yeah.
I'd lock it too,
Oh,
bud.
sorry. I guess I thought this was my house now. Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Whoa, it's so clean.
It really came together.
This looks
I think
amazing.
Jason's gonna be happy. What do you
Heck
think?
yeah. These are fun.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, and it just is what it is. So for instance, if the co-listing agent that you're working with is supposed to not do your job, but you weren't able to make it to the appointment for her to do the job for you, she may not pick the stuff that you would pick, which makes sense. So I think 2 things here. Number 1, first and foremost, you should have a plan B. So if you have an appointment set up, you should also have something else in the background, like, hey, if we can't get this art, what else can we do in case this happens? Or if I know I'm not gonna be able to make this appointment, we need to reschedule. And it just is what it is. But you have to have a plan B. In this case, they didn't, so they have the art that they have. You just gotta go with it and make it look the best you possibly can. And it is what it is. But you gotta roll with the punches. You can't just, woe is me, wounded knee, oh, I can't believe this happened to me. Like, you have to let that go and move forward, always.
Yeah, we've gone on listing appointments before where we've just had to use, what the seller had to like either move things around. We've let sellers borrow things of our personal things, mirrors, chairs, decor.
Tables.
So, that's not uncommon. You just kind of have to go with it and be able to.
Literally just did a listing appointment, and I was like, do you guys have any chairs to put here at the bar? And they were like, no, we just never really had it. The space there is a little tight, so it kind of made sense. But I was like, for pictures, you're gonna need chairs. So we got ours, one sitting right behind me. Put them in there, boom, pictures look phenomenal.
Yeah.
But just to be able to just roll with the punches, it just is what it is. So we do a lot of staging with people's current furniture and current belongings. I try to not make people spend as much money as possible. So yeah.
Love it.
Doesn't it look amazing?
Looks good. Brings color in here.
Good.
She picked some good ones.
God, kitchen looks so much better too. I think we spent, what, 40,000 on this? We probably added 240,000 in value.
Yeah. No, it looks amazing.
See, that's a good point. So I always say you got to spend money to make money. And in real estate, it couldn't be more true. So when you look at a house that needs to be refurbished and you come up with your budget, and let's just say it was 40K. Let's say it was 30K and you ended up having to spend 40K. If you know your ARV or your after renovation value is gonna be based off of the comparables that have been renovated around this house, is gonna be 200 plus, 200K plus. Wow, you spent 40 to make 200? That's incredible. So it might sound like a lot at the beginning, 40,000, it's like, wow. But at the end of the day, if it makes you $200,000 more, that's where you gotta spend the money to make the money.
And then I also think he said that they spent the money. So I think we brought this up in the last episode.
Yep.
And so I can't remember if Jason and them up fronted the money, which sometimes.
I think they did.
There's some brokers that will do that.
Yeah, it's just a program that a lot of brokers do. Not a lot, actually, just a small amount, but where they spend the money up front and then they pay themselves back, obviously, out of the sale, even if it is the seller. So it's somebody that's not related to them or anything. It's not their personal home. They're like, hey, we're gonna front the money for you to do this renovation because we think it's gonna bring you 200K more. And we're gonna front it, but you're gonna pay us that back in the commission. So you'll pay us commissions plus whatever we spent into the property. Like for instance, if you have a brokerage that's not able to give you that or willing to, or has a program to give you some type of upfront renovation money, you can always go get a small loan, personal loan, especially if it's like 40K, you should be able to get a 40K loan. That's not a huge amount of money, but you can either do a personal loan Or what I say is, if you can do a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, if you have a house that has good equity in it, so say you've been in it for 5 years and you've got a good amount of equity because of the appreciation in your area, and you're able to use 80% of that equity, whether you use the full 80 or not, if you have a good amount of equity, you should be able to borrow against your own equity, which is called a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. So if you do that, you're able to borrow against your equity, and then when you sell, you just pay that HELOC off with the proceeds. So if you spend 40, you make 200, you pay that 40 back, and now you profit 160. No brainer, right? It depends how long that renovation takes, but let's say you borrow 40,000 of that HELOC, you're gonna be on a very small minimal interest payment only per month. So if you're able to spend that 40 plus that small interest payment for 4 months, 6 months, or whatever it is, pay that back, pay your interest back, you're still profiting
You're still making
what,
profit is still worth
$50,000?
it.
Totally worth it. So I think for you to be able to go get the money, you can do a small business loan if that's not an option. A HELOC is a great option to help with that.
I think it's hard for some people to see that though. You can't really have like a scarcity mindset. It's kind of tough when you are like, well, I have to spend money to make money. It's kind of, it's not guaranteed, right? So.
Well, that's where we come in.
Yeah.
So your agent should be able to help direct you in that path. So if you've thought, okay, if I want to sell my house, but I don't know where to start on my renovations or what's going to make me more money, your realtor who you sit down with is supposed to be able to do that for you. So for us, for instance, we sit down with you, we go over a full list of what we think you should do to your property, how long it should take. We give you a list, or even we can help with setting up the subs or the subcontractors to do the work. Or if you have to hire a general contractor, you can, also known as a GC. But at the end of the day, you want somebody that knows how to do these things or has done these things in the past, which should be your realtor, to be able to walk you through that step by step. Scarcity mindset, let me just talk about that for a second. So abundance mindset and scarcity mindset. So your scarcity mindset is what honestly a lot of people grow up with. You know, I don't have a lot of money. There's no way I can do that. I'm fearful of spending money. I'm fearful of going to find more money, to make money. You just don't understand that. That concept is foreign to you. But an abundance mindset is going to be a flip to that coin. I know I'm going to be able to make this. I trust my advisors. I trust my realtors to tell me what I should do, how much I should spend. I know I'm going to make this because I believe it's going to happen. It's an abundant mindset. You have the numbers in front of you, pull the trigger, do what you need to do. Also, that's a great point to take into investing. So if you're flipping a house or you've never flipped a house before, you have to be willing to take that first step. It's scary, scary, but as long as you've got your numbers, as long as you've gone with your advisors, your realtors, and they know what they're doing, and they've told you what to do, you've run everything, you've got to be able to pull that trigger.
Just a few
just
key
a little bit of
things.
paint too. Look how much brighter and
Yeah.
whiter everything looks.
The floor just makes a huge difference. And it's the same floor.
Yeah.
Changing little things, like just touching up paint, like a repainting a house. It's not super cheap or anything, but it seems to be pretty small in your mind. But repainting a house and freshening it up with like a bright white versus like a yellow or a dark taupe color could change the look of a house completely.
And they just added some art. Now, granted, this art was probably very expensive, but you can go.
Color.
Yeah, you can go places and find some really nice art for fairly cheap that looks pretty good.
Yeah, and rent it. And then you can also, things that we talk about when we do our listing appointments, greenery is huge, especially in a lighter, brighter area house. Greenery is awesome. So I always try to add a little pop of green, a little pop of color here or there. Helps a lot with selling a house.
Any recommendations on places people can go?
Nah, because I mean, Home Goods would be here, but like, I don't know, somebody in California might want to go. There isn't a Home Goods.
90% of people that listen are from Murfreesboro.
Like if you're from Murfreesboro or the Nashville area, or live here or moving here, Home Goods is fairly cheap, and they have a lot of good options. that would really help make your house look great if you're wanting to purchase. And then of course there's different local boutiques that have artwork and stuff like that that you can go to and see if they'll rent to you as well. Hey guys, is it realistic or not? I think this show is realistic. I think that divorce sucks and I don't like it. No one does. But when it comes to real estate, there was a little bit in there that's pretty cool. We got a couple of things out of it, like staging, working on things that, going with the punches, getting things done even though they feel like they're impossible, or working with other agents, or working on a team, or having somebody that has your back while you're on vacation or going through hard times. Well, it also shows how human agents are. Like, we deal with stuff too, right? Like, if I'm in the middle of a meltdown over here, I have to turn around for my clients and not be in a meltdown.
Yeah.
My personal life could be having some serious problems. Then I have to turn around in 5 minutes and have a meeting and be normal. Or if you're dealing with stuff, I have to put your stuff above mine. And it's just, yeah, it can get, we're humans. We have emotions, we have things that happen in our lives just as much as you have things happen in yours. So just hug a realtor.
Hug a realtor.
This is the last Selling Sunset episode that we're gonna react to.
I'm crying over here.
Because now they're selling the OC. So we have a new show, just came out. It's called Selling the OC, that we're gonna start reacting to see how different that may be. The Oppenheim Group is going over there to take over the Orange County area of California. So again, we're real estate agents here in Middle Tennessee. If you wanna help yourself, help me help you, hire me as your agent, hire her as your agent. Let us get you into Tennessee or out of Tennessee, whether that's buying, selling, investing, it doesn't matter. We want to help with all your real estate needs, and we are actual realtors. So let us know how we can help. Can't wait to see you on the next one, guys. All right, you ready? Smile, cheese, be excited. You ain't got nothing in there, girl. Wait, let me see you.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Derek and Bethany React, where we react to shows about real estate and TV movies about real estate. That would just be on Lifetime.
I was like, what?
It's genius, right?
You it off?
It's genius. Went off that script, didn't I? It's genius, though. It makes them go, crap, we got to watch what happens to the end.
Well, they can just fast forward to the end.
Oh, yeah. You got to roll with the punches. Things like that happen. You got to nah. No, you got to tell me the rest of what to say. I'm joking. Romaine! Romaine's looking like he's been drinking for a little bit. He's thrown a few back. Do you think it was realistic or not? I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred of Belinda. I don't remember that. The Last Kingdom? Great show. Anybody?